The journey with Doggone Cats is not that exciting, but the destination really entertained me. Of course, I'm not going to explain what happens at the end, but the point is, if you've started watching it and you don't think it's very good, stick with it because it definitely gets better. This is a Warner Brothers cartoon from 1947, directed by Arthur Davis, written by Lloyd Turner and Bill Scott, and we have Mel Blanc voicing various characters, including a dog called Wellington, and Sylvester, and B. Benaderet is Wellington's owner. And Wellington is tasked with delivering a package, but the cats, including Sylvester and this other cat, happen to see this, and they realize that if something happens to this parcel, the dog will get into trouble. So they do everything they can to try and trick the dog, get the parcel from the dog, torment him all of the way along his journey. Will the dog get the parcel to the destination in one piece? I'm not going to answer that, but I will say the ending was more satisfying than the actual cartoon itself, which is kind of an odd experience because, on the one hand, I'm left with this kind of satisfied feeling and I'm left amused. But at the same time, when I reflect on the cartoon, I'm like, did I really enjoy that much? Or was it just that kind of last couple of scenes or those last couple of seconds? So it's kind of hard to decide how I feel about this. But it's not bad. It's not a bad cartoon. It's just a little bit dull. Nothing that exciting happens, but nothing's problematic. The style of animation is consistent. The cats are quite interesting. I feel like Sylvester as a character is not that interesting here, and I think it might have been better if it was just Sylvester and he had a bigger role to play and he spoke, which would have been interesting. Not that there's anything wrong with having the two cats. If this was the first ever Sylvester cartoon I'd seen, I wouldn't have thought twice about it. But because we know how great Sylvester can be as a character and what he can bring to it, and when we get to see him getting frustrated and things, that's always really great fun. I feel like it's lacking and it could have been a lot more interesting. But nevertheless, it was fine. I didn't hate it, but I feel like it's just very samey. It's kind of repetitive and not that interesting. But it's worth sticking with. Definitely worth persevering with. It's only, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, so it's not a big commitment, and ultimately I enjoyed it. In the end, I enjoyed it. So I would recommend it, but I wouldn't say put it to the top of your to watch list. It's definitely not the best.